Good morning. We're back with Bad at DIY by popular demand from my mom and my son. So thanks, guys. My first 2 subscribers. So I had to go through and make a video yesterday for a class, and it's inspired me to actually finish my bathroom project that I've been working on for over a year now. So let's go ahead and go through this and see what we can chip away at. I'm really bad at this. And we're going to do absolutely everything out of order, but eventually you get the gist. So today I'm going to work on an inside corner, doing the second layer. As I said, I've already been working on this for over a year, so you'll have to forgive me for not starting from the beginning, but it's okay. I have to do more drywall later on anyways, so we'll go back and do that. Like I said, out of order. So we're going to figure out how the heck to set up the, hey, there we go. Now you can see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna get a little bit of, go back to my 6-inch putty knife here and get a little bit on there, just kind of on the one side there. And we're covering the tape today, so we're just gonna go right down over the tape in the corner with a real healthy amount so that it spreads out all over the place. And just kind of move this thing around until the putty gets on the dang wall. Maybe this way's better. Oh, this way's better. I'm gonna get it all on here. And I'm just gonna kind of slather it in. And so I've got some coverage on the one side. And go right up and take off the excess. And I still have some tape showing, so let's do it again. And it's all over the floor. Cool. All right. So now we're going to do the same thing for the other side here. Just going to smear around here. Hey, this side looks better. Maybe I accidentally already did this side, and that's why. Maybe this one needs a third coat. But it's okay. We can always come back and deal with that later. We'll see how it dries. So this one is just going to be a thinner layer than the first coat. I don't know if I said that yesterday or not, but you just make it a nice thin layer so you cover your tape. The more stuff you have on here, obviously, the more you're going to have to sand off later. So don't want to go too thick, but you definitely want to cover your tape. That's why I've done this exact same spot like 4 times already. All right, there we go. Now we'll move up and continue on the same way. And I won't bore you with watching the entire thing multiple times, so we'll come back. Well, through trial and error here, I discovered that the best way to do this is just get a little, after you do your first, slather all over the place layer anyway, just get a little bit of putty on here, and you very gently run it down on the side your tape is on. And you're still getting coverage, and you don't have a ton of excess. You just very gently. Let's see, we're getting a little bit better in here than we were. I'm not going to claim it's a lot better, but it's a little bit better. Like I said, might need a third layer. That's fine. I don't mind doing this again. It's just that much longer I got to do it. So, very gently go down and fill in and cover anything you got in there. And your tape is covered. And you're still smoothing it out little by little. So now we have this inside corner done-ish. We're gonna move on up here. I have this little protrusion that popped out while I was doing everything. I just kind of threw it together. We're gonna at least get the inside corners on here, and then we will fill in all this junk later on. I got a little bit of excess tape on there I'm gonna need to cut off. But we can go ahead and do our second layer of mud and cut that off later. For the bottom side of this little baby angle here, I managed to just kind of do the same thing as I was doing before, but the top really sucks. So you just get a little bit on there. And, oh, bad at videoing too, guys, sorry. And just kind of putting that in there. And then go back in and gently get that extra off of there. Works a little bit better than trying to do the same tactic I had for the other one. Oh, well, I got a bunch of excess right here too. There we go. Better. Okay, so another thing I'm figuring out is, hey, if you just pull across the bottom here, like this, as you're doing your drywall here, you just kind of, you see, kind of uncover the tape there, and then when you get them side by side over here, you're pulling it off of the other tape on the other side. Well, if you just kind of go like this, oh, forgot where I was looking, sorry. Just kind of go like this. It smooths it out still, and you know what? It's adding a little bit of, I'm going with texturing. That's just that much less texture I'm gonna have to figure out how to do later on. So, and we'll get the top side. Hang on, let me get my mud trailed off with that last one there. But you see, we're not pulling the mud off of the tape on the bottom part of the corner anymore. We're just gonna, forgot what I was looking again, guys, sorry. Really? See? Oh, I missed. And then you're not, I pulled it off a little bit up there. But you're not messing up the tape on the other side. You're just covering and spreading and texturing. So as you can see over here in this particular part of the ceiling, I missed a lot. So I've got a crap ton of putty on my knife here, and I'm just gonna kind of smear it sideways here and fill in the gap. Sorry, it's really hard to look through the camera and do this, but it's also really hard to hold the camera in the right spot and look at what I'm doing. I accidentally pulled out too much there, so we had to get some more putty here. And then after you shove it all into that little hole up there, that gap, you just kind of continue on as usual. Well, it's still not completely perfect. It's a whole lot better than that. Yeah, see, we gotta go down there and do that too. So that's gonna be fun. Lots and lots of putty. But it's okay, because we got texture going right along with this. So less work to do later, right? So you've got this little hole here. Just gonna get a crap ton of putty on the corner of your knife there. After you've done everything else around it, just kind of shove that in the corner there too. And see, you just kind of go like normal. And boom, corner gone. All the way over here. Got all that junk filled in. Probably gonna have to let it dry for a few days before I can sand, but I'll get a sticker. And all the way over here, I realized I didn't get a single screw hole by the door. So make sure you get all your screw holes. Otherwise, you gotta go back and do it later. Just a reminder, make sure you fill in, scrape off the excess. Hit that spot where it doesn't look great, it's okay, there's texture. Okay, this was the last of my inside corners here. There are a lot of inside corners in here. One thing I discovered is it really sucks to have to try to do this right next to your light switches. So if you can, do your corner there before you gotta do your switches, probably better off. So right here, I don't know what this bump is. I don't know, it's just there. So I just kind of wound up smearing this in with my finger because I couldn't get it not on the switch with the putty knife. So anyways, I do believe that's going to be it for corners today. I'm going to go back in and do my second layer on the ceiling. Up here I had to use a mesh tape instead of the other kind, the paper tape. But we'll get back into that later on because I have a whole other side of this wall to do. So one more thing to add for the day. My thing that I have also learned the hard way is make sure that you clean off all of your tools and your trays, and don't just leave them sitting out there and soaking in water all night, because otherwise you end up with a somewhat rusty putty knife. I mean, it'll still work, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how well. So we'll find that out later on. Have a great day. Thanks, guys.